Beatles, widows, balls and ghouls, how are we all doing? This isn't a debunking video, this is more a chat. It's not, I repeat, not a rant. It is more of a discussion. Where do we draw the line? And by that, where do we draw the line? I mean between, skeptically, I think this could be that and fake. Now, obviously, this has come from recent events that I'm in for standing up for a channel. So I'm going to use that as an example. Luigi Brothers go to 30 East Drive. The doll pram or the stroller comes down the stairs and they're called fake for it. Or at the very least are accused of staging it to fall or to fail in order to garner views. But it goes a step further than that. It's that tripwire was put there purposely to pull the pram down, which is ridiculous. A channel after 8 years are going to leave an inch thick cable top to bottom of the stairs in full view of a camera and then pull it. Absolutely ridiculous. But it's the channel after 8 years that, to me, is important. Really, really important. Because I've had people have a pop at me and say, if Ghost Theory had done that, you would have been all over them. Same as Alan's house. If Ghost Theory had done that, you would have been all over them. In regards to Alan's house, you know, the Weeds Brothers filmed a stain and some hair, and people were outraged by it. I wasn't. People were like, if that was Ghost Theory, well, no. Ghost Theory did that. They went into a house, they filmed a stain on a bed and said, that's where he died, I can smell the rot. And I went, that's a bit grim. That REM pod's bullshit. It isn't that I turned a blind eye. It isn't that I treated one team different to the other. People just didn't remember that I wasn't that harsh on Ghost Theory for that. It was the rest of the stuff that I disagreed with in regards to the paranormal that I disagreed with. So, the Ouija Brothers at 30 East Drive, the pram is wherever it is on the stairs, and people are saying that that is staged, set to fall. So how come when I went there, and I put the pram probably in the same place, I didn't get called out for the same thing? Is it just purely because on that last occasion, the pram didn't fall? And people are like, why is Griff hammering the stairs? I hammered the stairs. Why is Griff jumping up and down on the stairs? Lee from Three Spires jumped up and down on the stairs. All of the things that Steve and Griff did to recreate the doll pram moving, me and Three Spires did. Because on a previous visit, the pram came down the stairs, and people are like, oh, that's incredible, but now it's fake because of a tripwire. But then the tripwire gets debunked. The debunk of the tripwire being pulled gets debunked because it actually slackens, not tightens, and some people just don't understand physics, and they put out videos saying otherwise. Not a shot at Wisdom. Wisdom has been man enough to say, I got it wrong. I'm sorry. He then said that I was still wrong, and I argued that point with him in a live. And even then, he's like, shit, I'm sorry. It was never my intention to allude to this. I see exactly what you mean by saying, saying they staged it, people are saying fake. By saying somebody's pulled a wire means that they are fake. Right, so I'm all good with Wisdom. He's had the decency to apologise. I did get a bit pissed because people were coming into my Discord having a pop at me like, you should apologise to Wisdom. I'm like, for what? He was wrong. I'm a debunker. If I get things wrong, I apologise. It's his first debunking video. He got it wrong. I've pointed out the stuff. Oh, but you were too angry with it. You're damn right I was. They are my friends. If it'd been Ghost on Trent, if it'd been real evidence, if it'd been Staffordshire Paranormals, I Conjure, Exploring the Entity, it'd have been exactly the same. Especially when all of the things that people are saying the Ouija Brothers staged at that house are things that I have done in previous visits. In hindsight, should they have had more cameras? Yes. But where do we draw the line? If they have a camera on the step looking straight across at that straight angle, a camera looking up and then a camera glued to the wall looking down at the top of the pram and the pram moves, people are then going to say, look, they had 3 cameras on there. They knew that was going to go. They faked it. And say they faked it without any proof. Something else. Where do we draw the line? Hey, Beardo, you've stuck up for them because that pram came down the stairs, yet if you happened to Ghost Theory, you'd have called them out. Where do we draw the line? Well, I know where I draw the line. The Ouija brothers in 8 years have had 3 things that have sort of thrown things up in the air. 2 of them didn't involve the paranormal. One was Alan's house, one was them debunking DR60s, 4 things, and then bone in the wall. None of them involved the paranormal. Not DR60s, EVP recorders that people were using, where they said they're inherently flawed, we should stop using them, and they got blasted for that. That was years ago. Bone in the wall. They were the guys that said, that shit is fake, we know it's fake. They got blasted for that. They got threatened for that. They had relentless people coming after them for that. But 8 years later, they do Alan's house. Some people are pissed at it. And I'm not saying that nobody should be pissed at it. That's up to you. That's up to your moral compass. Clearly, my moral compass is slightly skew if on occasion. Death or remains... Some things clearly don't bother me as much. To me, there is a massive difference between pointing a camera at something on a floor and saying, oh my god, that's where he was, to sticking your hand in a grave and lifting up the skull and poking it with a stick. Massive difference. Huge difference. Would I have put that video out of Alan's house? No, I bloody wouldn't have. And the Ouija brothers knew that and didn't cry and complain and bitch because I said, their friend said, I wouldn't have put that out. They were like, yeah, fair comment. After 8 years and remaining relatively free of any controversy in regards to the paranormal, it's now like, oh, they faked that. It's a wire pull. Well, no, it's not a wire pull. Here is the proof. Alright, they didn't fake that from a wire pull, so it must have been pushed. Well, no, it's the pram moving the wire. Ah, okay. So there's not a second camera. It must have been faked. There must have been a third person. They didn't really leave the house. Some people are shouting it's fake, they never left the house, or it's edited, not realising it's a live stream. Some people are saying, hey, they are playing this footage and claiming it to be live when they're not. It's not the case, there's no proof of that. You can't really make claims without any proof. Even opinion. You can have an opinion, but there's got to be something there other than a pram fell down the stairs to give you the opinion that it was fake or staged. And I can't side with anyone that is saying it was staged. Absolutely not, because that pram is always in that position. Maybe a little further back, maybe a little further forward, but that pram is always at the top of the stairs because it's been captured so many times. People keep going there. The day after, somebody, pram is there. Ooh, that came down the stairs in somebody's video. I'm going to leave that there and film it. I went there. I had 2 angles on it. The second camera was too far away, so where do you draw the line? Because if you put a camera too close, that's too close, you can't make it out. You haven't got the angle right. Where do you draw the line? It's YouTube content. This isn't scientific investigations. This is not a bunch of qualified paranormal psychologists going to haunted locations with scientific methodology, trying to work out if ghosts are real. That's not what is happening on YouTube with any of the channels that I have ever watched. Debunkers. None of the debunkers, as far as I'm aware, have got a degree in parapsychology. Kieran O'Keefe does. He's a famous parapsychologist, debunker, paranormal investigator. People forget that. Kieran O'Keefe is a paranormal investigator. Just because he's skeptical doesn't mean that he's not an investigator. Kenny Biddle, complete skeptic. If anything, he's too skeptical at times for my thought processes, but he's not the first one to... He's not the guy to jump up and down and shout fake, unless he has spotted something that says, hey, that's fake. So to the claims of, if that had happened with ghost theory and they did come down the stairs, would you have jumped on it? Yes, because there's a history there. Not just my personal beef with them and their personal beef with me. There is a history of people calling out ghost theory for really shady shit. Too many things moving and then getting debunked. Too many voices being captured. I mean, I got messages last night. Ghost theory have captured the ghost of an old woman walking through an asylum. And I'm like, you fucking what? No way. Yeah, and in the next video, a ghost threw a spring at them. Really? All of that in 2 videos. That's not the behaviour I see from other channels. So if they get things in their videos, I'm immediately skeptical because they've got a lot of form for it. You'll all remember, a video came out very recently. I got excited about it because it showed a pattern. It showed things being in place that weren't in place in other people's videos, the way they were stood up, the way they fell down, and the way they were put back. That then builds a case, that then adds to the debunks that have been made before. For example, the remote that got thrown, and it's like, there's a fucking hand in the shot. No, it's not, you're a bully. And I'm trying not to rig over all that old ground, but there is the difference. There is why I wouldn't tar the Ouija brothers with the same brush I personally tar ghost theory with, because the Ouija brothers don't have form for fakery. And it has gotten to a point now where people are saying that they staged or faked their channel being taken down. Really, people are saying that because of the drama of Alan's house, they lost so many subscribers that they faked their channel being taken over by a crypto scam channel, put themselves on money for 2 weeks to come back like the fucking phoenix rising from the ashes, all with the plan of going to 30 East Drive and throwing a pram down the stairs to bring back their viewers. To all of you people that think that, A, stop being so stupid. B, there's a tool you can use, Social Blade. Go and check it. Go in online, the Ouija Brothers subscribers count with the Alan's house video. They didn't lose any subscribers. Well, they may have lost a few that were pissed off, but they gained far more. Far more. Go and check it out for yourself. Social Blade shows them growing, not shrinking. So there's no proof for that claim. They pretended they were hacked because of the controversy. It is a well-known fact that that crypto scam channel or company purposely target people that have just got over 100,000 subscribers, between 100,000 and 150,000. They are targeting those channels. This shit is real, and it costs them money, and people are losing money off merch and stuff. Why in the hell would you fake something in order for you to not get paid for 2 weeks? 2 weeks worth of content not being able to put out there. 2 weeks of merch not being able to be sold. It is fucking insane that people think that that was part of this plan. And then the final part of this plan was, alright, let's go to 30 East Drive and throw a pram down the stairs. Go online and try to book yourself a night at 30 East Drive in the next 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, because you're not going to find anything. Or if you do, you're very, very lucky. But try and find something in the next, like, okay, here's Alan's house 2 months ago. Try and find 2 nights at 30 East Drive within 2 months of drama on your channel to save your channel. You ain't getting in there. You are not being able to book that place in 2 months. I am going towards the end of this month. We booked this last year. So where do we draw the line? The shape says that pram is too close to the edge. That is staging. It's staging to fall, to fail. But then audience members watch that and say, ooh, that's staging. That's faking. That's designed to fall for fakery, for clicks, for views. Wait, Beardo said different. But I remember Alan's house. Do you see what I mean? Where is the line? The Ouija brothers have been the most trusted real paranormal team for nearly a decade. Trusted by the Shape. He was on a live stream on their channel. Trusted by me. Trusted by everyone. In fact, the only debunker they've ever fallen out with was nothing to do with the paranormal. It was about Alan's house. Nothing to do with fakery or staging. Purely a moralistic difference. But I was like, yeah, they did something I don't like, they fake. And I don't understand it. If people genuinely love the paranormal field, if people genuinely want to see legitimate teams going out there, and they're not doing scientific investigations, I am not a scientific debunker. I'll take elements of the scientific debunking community into my own investigations, but for the most part, I make YouTube videos. Beardo the debunker, he's taken far too seriously. Really? Really? Look at where I'm sat. There's toys and stuff everywhere the viewers have sent me. I do live streams where I run around in a fucking inflatable dinosaur suit. I twerk in an inflatable turkey suit. I press buttons for Derek Akora to shout Mary loves dick. Me and Papal shouting dude bro demons. And people seem to think that I'm this dead serious, should be dressed in a 3-piece suit. Absolute skepticism. Smoking my pipe like... No, no, no. This is bullshit. All the paranormal is bullshit. You cannot say any different, for I am smarter than you. I'm the dickhead debunker that believes in the paranormal. I am. I just don't believe in all the shite that's on YouTube. Another thing, and this is going to rub some people up the wrong way. People are pissed at me because another debunker did something. Another debunker said, hey, that video is fake. I said, that video is not fake. It's just gravity. Calm your tits. Chill the fuck out. And people are pissed at me like, you're a debunker. You're in on it. I'm fucking not. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with saying that that was staged. I don't agree with that, saying that that was fake. I think that is damaging to the channel. And it shows zero respect for the 8 years of good work that they've put in and the help that they have given certain debunking channels to grow. All of that just goes by the wayside because, I don't know, maybe you get more views if you shout the Ouija brothers are fake. I know I would certainly have a massive blow up in views if I said, yep, they faked that. I'm not selling my soul for that. I'm not selling out my friends for that. They didn't fake it. They're not capable of faking it. Look at the arguments they've had across the last near decade for trying to bring more truth and relevance to the paranormal. They don't claim to be scientists. They never have. They just look for something interesting. Could we possibly capture something on camera that could be paranormal? That's what they do. The ideal scenario for most of us is to capture a full-bodied apparition on camera. And right now, it feels like if any of us were to capture a full-body apparition on camera, somebody is going to say, you faked that. Even as a debunker, you faked that because of you argued with Proving Demons last year and that hurt your channel. Therefore, you faked that ghost to bring in the views, when the truth is, the argument with Proving Demons that was probably a really stupid idea actually blew my channel up a little bit. I was in a bit of a lull, and then as soon as Andrew kicked off for me for no goddamn reason a month later than he should have, my channel gets that uptick again because, sorry to say, sometimes drama sells, especially on this channel. I have also had smaller channels saying, oh, well, where do you draw the line? We have been at a location, we have captured a voice in a hallway, we were shocked and we were called fake. And I'm like, well, I know your channel, I've watched your channel on a number of occasions, but I've never seen a debunker cover you. It's not the debunkers that have called you fake there, it's the audience, it's YouTube audience. I then give that channel some advice, not like how to combat it, because you can't. But, you know, maybe get a thicker skin, because while you're going to locations wearing pink, having bright hair and laughing and giggling, the straight-laced element of the paranormal are going to immediately write you off because you're having fun. A lot of the straight-laced paranormal community write me off because I make jokes on locations. Why are you telling jokes? Why are you and your friends laughing? Because that's what people did in houses before people said they were haunted. Also, talking to mould and walls. Really boring on occasion. Really, really boring. People are allowed to have fun when they investigate. People are allowed to have fun when they ghost hunt. The difference is they're having fun and they're being very disrespectful to the dead, you know, putting on a dead priest outfit and running through the house, making out he's a PDF file, that stuff. While that is fun for the person doing it, it's not fun for the family that ended up watching that video and the neighbours that ended up watching that video. And yeah, I called that out for exactly what it was. Disgusting behaviour. I won't change my opinion on it. Neither did the channel that put it out. They apologised for it. I think they took the video down. Any channel on YouTube, no matter what your niche, is never, ever, ever going to appeal to everyone ever. It's just not possible. There are people that are in comment sections now twisting it up between the debunkers. Absolutely twisting it up between the debunkers. There are people in the Shapes comment section fucking blasting me because I was like, it's gravity. It's probably gravity. Probably vibration. But what if, because this house is haunted, Beardo's fucking stupid. Beardo's a sellout. Beardo's a hack. No, I just have a different belief system to a lot of the other debunkers. I do debunk with logic. I do debunk with common sense. I do try to look at the scientific side of the community. I'm a subscriber to the Skeptical Inquirer. I get the magazine shipped to me. I will ask questions of people that are far smarter than me and how to investigate better. This is why I work with numerous teams that are more experienced than me. But people also forget that I've been investigating since 2009, and there was a large portion in that time frame where I keep saying 2009, it was way before 2009. I was just thinking, my son was born in 2010. Probably 2004, 2005. Most Haunted were in the early seasons. I've done myself out with a couple of years there. Jesus. It's age, I'm afraid. Most Haunted were out. I was out investigating. Or what I called investigating. I wasn't. I was out and I was talking to walls. And that's what I do now. I go out and I talk to walls because despite having all the flashy doodads, spirit box, REM pod, dead bell, regular bell, a flashy thing, a wind-up music box, a K2, and whatever the hell the rest of my stuff is. Despite having all of that, I don't use it. I just go and I call out, and then if I hear noises, I go to the noises and I try to recreate the noises to work out what the hell it could be. Not a scientific method by any stretch, but it's an honest method. I could go to 30 Drive and pretend every click bang and Carol farting next door was a ghost if I wanted to, and probably get away with it. I choose not to. I choose to pay money to go to 30 Drive, and out of 4 visits, come home out of 4, I'm sure it's 5, and out of what I think is 5 visits, but I keep saying 4, out of 5 visits, to come away from there 3 times without so much as a sniff of noise. Nothing at all. 2 other times, one time a pram comes down the stairs and I'm not even in the fucking house, I'm driving, but it's captured on CCTV, luckily. And the second time is, I've actually had a conversation with the people I'm there with, like, do you know what, this is the 5th time here, nothing really is happening, I ain't coming back. Until I get into my head and software, and I'm like, what the hell is that noise all night? Wow. Sounds like there's people throwing shit around in the house. From upstairs where I'm sleeping. That's incredible. Hey, I remember being woken up and then I checked the other camera. Holy shit. That noise was actually in my room. I actually heard it and it woke me up. Incredible. Colour me interested in it. Then I hear other accounts from people that I trust, like Justin, Paranormal Monkey Podcast, hates the East Drive. It's a bullshit place. It's lies, it's a money pit, it's this, it's that, it's the other. Holy shit. I've just experienced the paranormal. Go and ask Justin how much of a skeptic he is and if he's ever been in a haunted house. And he will tell you with a stupid smile, because he hates saying it, I have been 30 East Drive. A man who is still very skeptical. He's had experiences of 30 East Drive that make him think there's something more to the place. I ain't here to please everybody. And I'm not here to go to war with the sheep because he said the Ouija brothers staged something. I think he's wrong. I do think he is wrong. He in turn, in his video at one point says anybody that thinks that this is anything other than gravity shouldn't be debunking or shouldn't call themselves a skeptic. Well, I said what if? But I'm not egotistical enough to be like, sheep said that about me. He took a shot at me. Down with the sheep. I don't care, it's his opinion, he's allowed his opinion, but when your opinion turns into that's staged, and then in your comment section people are saying they faked it, and then I'm in on it, and then the line keeps moving as to how they faked it, it undoes the initial debunk that he made. The same thing happened with Wisdom. He puts out his video, that wire is pulled. Somebody pulled that wire. That is why I said he called them fake. He said that somebody pulled that wire. That means fake. I bring out my video, that pram moves for 13 frames. No, I didn't say it was pulled from the bottom. I said, looking at it again, it's pulled from the top, or pushed from the top. You've just moved the goalpost to your original debunk, so your debunk is fucking way off. Oh, I never said this. Oh, the frame rate, you've counted the frame. No. I used your video, and Wisdom, to his credit, has apologised to the Ouija brothers twice. He's been in my live stream and apologised, and he's left a lengthy comment apologising. Fair play to him. He's understood why I was pissed, why I brought my video out, and why other people are pissed. You know, people coming at me saying I've sent hate to Wisdom, despite my video clearly stating do not go sending him hate, he just needs to learn. And then I give Wisdom some advice yesterday. I was like, listen, if you think people coming in saying that you were wrong for debunking the Ouija brothers is hateful, debunking may not be for you because you're going to get death threats. You are going to get death threats. It won't come from the debunking community. it'll come from somebody, somewhere. You will get death threats, you will get defamation video takedowns, you will get unfair copyright takedowns, you will get copyright strikes, you will get copyright claims, you will get accused of bullying, you will get accused of dogpiling. All of these things will happen if you debunk on YouTube. And I'm like, you clearly have anxiety, you're clearly easily upset. Think on before you put out another video, especially if you've got something wrong. And he's like, debunking ain't for me. I said something along the lines of all of the debunkers have had death threats. Mr. Grey hasn't. So there's one that hasn't. But I think most of us have. And if we haven't had death threats, we've had threats of violence or actions, and we've had unfair strikes and takedowns, the like. This isn't me having a pop at the sheep. I can see he's wrong. He's got that completely wrong. He's brought out a debunking video after mine, gone against pretty much everything I say, and for me, he's got it completely wrong. At the very least, he has worded it wrong. The way he said his stage to fall is staged, and people are jumping on the Ouija brothers are now fake. And I'm sorry to say, the sheep is at fault for some of that, because he's like, so disappointed. So then, where do we draw the line? Can a debunker say, in my opinion, that is fake? Yes, they can. But please, when you say, in my opinion, that's fake, give a damn good reason why, and at least provide context and history to it. Don't take one event don't take one event that is gaining a bit of traction and then just go, do you know what, fuck it, nah, it's bullshit, and completely dismiss the rest of the work that people have put out. I know somebody after years can just say, hey, do you know what, I'm going to start faking it. I mean, Ghosts of Britain did. Fucking beardo this, beardo that, beardo the other. I brought out one video based on your clips, on your footage, with you holding a DR60, saying ghost captured on camera, and there's fuck all in it. I looked at about 6 or 7 clips of you or your missus with a bullshit piece of equipment and your title saying ghost caught on camera, and there's fuck all there. Of course that's gonna get called out. The Ouija brothers go to a museum and it's like the hood pulls off this doll and they're like, oh yeah, look, it just slips off. It's like a nylon or whatever. They go to your museum, they debunk some things, and you're hurt by that or some shit. I don't know. It's a bit petty, you know. But I want to make this very clear. I'm not going to war with any of the debunkers. I'm just not. But I have a difference of opinion to some of them, and I'm allowed that difference of opinion, and I do think it is unfair, very unfair, to label a team that have had, until very, very recently, had a very clean record, kept their noses clean. All of the drama they've had is by shouting about fakers and fakery. I think that's unfair, and maybe people need to take that into account. But I will say this. I am a paranormal investigator fundamentally. The debunking has come from me watching footage, looking for something real, and just being bombarded with bullshit. And I'm like, right, I need to try and separate it. And people think that I'm separating it on my personal choices, and you have to abide by my personal choices. That's not what I'm doing. This is my journey that I'm recording and I am uploading to YouTube, and you can choose to view and you can choose to not view. You can choose to agree with me, you can choose to disagree with me. Something else people got to be aware of is the echo chamber of YouTube. I'm very aware of it. I'm very aware that I could say something very stupid and people can believe it. For example, the dumbasses in people's comment section saying that I hate poor people because I took the piss out of plastic plates. It was a joke in a video because there were plastic plates on the side, and I say, who can't afford real plates? A joke because I knew those plates were going to get thrown so they don't break. And guess what happens? The plates get thrown. This person, 2 or 3 months later, is still in people's comment section saying Beardo berated me, and Beardo's nasty, and Beardo did this because he hates poor people since he's gotten rich. Rich? People are allowed opinions, people are allowed their thoughts, but there is a big difference between opinions and thoughts, and they faked that, and because they faked that, they faked that, they faked that, and because they did all that, Beardo's full of shit too. And because Beardo's full of shit, and he sports ghosts on Trent, where do we draw the line? Whilst I'm not going to war with anybody, I'm not getting into arguments with other debunkers. I'm not screaming and shouting at other debunkers. I never have done. I will say this. I support the Ouija brothers. I support Ghosts on Trent. I support Exploring the Entity, Real Evidence, I Conjure, Staffordshire Paranormal, Glasgow Ghost Hunters, Adelaide Haunted Horizons. There's a list of people that I have worked with. 3 Spires, there's a playlist of people I've worked with. There's a playlist of videos of people for you to check out that I enjoy, that I would work with. It ain't all doom and gloom. It ain't all me shouting fake. There's a lot of positivity in this community, and people are sometimes taking that positivity or the jokes from the community and twisting it into some sort of nasty narrative. Like the person that came into my live stream last night, trying to goad the Ouija brothers into an argument, when I'm fully aware they're in comment section slating me as well. I'm like, who the fuck are you to come into my live stream? Slate my friends after I've seen you slating me elsewhere and screen recording everything. So screen record this, get the fuck out of my chat, and I banned them live on stream in front of everyone. And then I laughed because it felt fucking good. And that will be happening in the comment section. By all means, disagree with me. By all means, pull me up on my shit. Doesn't bother me. But if you're going to lie about me, if you're going to insult me, insult my weight, or insult my fucking hair, or my face, my beard, or my tattoos, or outright say some nasty shit, I will just full on remove you out of the community. I don't need you. I don't need your views. Certainly don't need the ad revenue from you. I ain't rich, but YouTube has been very good to me. I don't need your negativity. And this video is kind of a combat against negativity. It's not combating other debunkers. It's not combating the paranormal community. It is just stop fucking lying to make yourself look better in front of your favourite content creator or your friends on YouTube. It's that simple. I'll stand by the real paranormal community. People need to stop saying that we're shouting it's a ghost or it's a demon or it's a poltergeist when nobody said that Bram was paranormal. The only person that kind of said, ooh, I wonder if it could be, was me. And if a debunker wants to say that I am stupid for saying that, they're welcome to that opinion. So do please let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. Try to keep it as an adult conversation. Try to keep it respectful, because lately people are bashing each other in the comment section, and I look at it and I'm like, oh, fuck me. Why are you doing that? And then you've got this feature on YouTube where you can click on the name and see the last few comments, and 9 times out of 10, these people in the communities that are stirring it up, their only comments are stirring things up, and they stir it up amongst all of the channels, whether you're a paranormal investigator, a debunker. Some people just get off on talking shit on the internet. Some people just don't like the Ouija brothers because of Alan's house. I ain't one of those people. Some people don't like me because of my ghost theory drama. I don't care. We just got different opinions, different outlooks. You're allowed it. Don't ever expect me to agree with you. And don't shout at me about it either, because shouting at me is the last thing that will ever change my mind. It just won't happen. That's why I'm not shouting now. Much love to you all. Beardo out.